Good afternoon, brothers and sisters.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Andrew Washington. I'm the Executive Director here at District Council 20. And I wanted to echo a sentiment that took place at our International Convention this summer. And that theme of our International Convention was bold, brave, and determined. Ladies and gentlemen, we must be this again if we want to get these candidates elected to office. And I believe that through our hard work and the sentiment of our convictions as being bold, brave, and determined, we have achieved this goal. Today I had the privilege of announcing 4 candidates. 1 you just met, and 2 you're going to meet. And these candidates will be endorsed by District Council 20 in the general election on November 4th. City Council Chairman Phil Mendelson, Kenyan McDuffie, Ward 5 City Council member, and Robert White for at-large City Council. They have earned the support of this union through their compassion and consistent actions on the behalf of poor and the elderly, the unemployed residents of the district, and working families in the district. They have spoken truth and power, and they take seriously the responsibility of restoring the trust in district government. This district government has taken a black eye in the city with scandals and corrupt lawmakers. Where I come from, you don't just judge someone's values based on what they promise you. You judge their values based on what you see them deliver. In Phil Mendelson, we have one of the steadiest and effective council chairmen ever. He has led the fight to pass the living wage bill, and he has guided many other bills through a divided city council. Kenyan has always had our back whenever we called upon him.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
He respects the work that we do and believes that we should be treated fairly in the workplace and at the bargaining table. Brother Robert will be a much needed new voice on the council. He brings energy and a common sense approach to problem solving. And he will solve a lot of issues from a deadlocked council that we've seen in the past. Finally, let me say that our politics and endorsements are guided by the urgent need to elect worker-friendly mayor and worker-friendly city council. The pendulum has swung way too far in favor of the rich, newcomers, and greedy developments that don't give a damn about public sector employees in the city.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Or the people that's being pushed out of their homes, their communities, and this wealthy city. The outstanding candidates here today, along with our other allies on the city council, have a huge opportunity to restore the optimism among district government employees and the residents. Council 20 will do everything we can to support these candidates. And everyone knows that once the green machine gets behind their candidates, it's a done deal.
Yes, it is.
We will have hundreds of volunteers on the street. There will be a lot of door knocking, a lot of leaflet dropping, and getting individuals back engaged in the politics of the city. We just had a primary election where the lowest voter turnout that the city has ever seen has happened. Being the type of union that we are, we can't allow the voter suppression that's taking place through media around here to stop individuals from coming out and casting their right to vote. Understand, AFSCME and MLK go hand in hand. He died representing this union.
That's right, talk about it.
And understand that he would turn over in his grave if he knew that individuals would not get out and do something that individuals have died.
That's right.
Have died to make sure that men and women of color can exercise their right to vote. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce these individuals to you. First, I'm going to bring up, as Brother Kenyan says, the newcomer. Brother Robert White, seeking at-large position on the city council. And Robert, I can tell you, and we're going to show you how we get candidates elected.
AFSCME District Council 20, Executive Director Washington, I cannot tell you how honored I am to have your endorsement today. It means so much to me because your members and mission reflect my family and my values. These are the values that we are called to bring to the council. To be champions for working people, to understand that your members are the folks who make this government work. You are the people behind the scenes putting in the work. And so as we work to increase trust in our government, to improve efficiency, you are the #1 partners. But I want you to know that I'm going to be a partner for you. Your members are the mothers and fathers of the working families of our city. They reflect my own family. My father, after my mother passed away from breast cancer when I was young, raised me on an hourly wage job here in this city. To say that we live paycheck to paycheck would be an overstatement. So I understand intimately the struggles that members of your council go through, people in this city, as we try to find our place in the middle class here that's increasingly shrinking. Just wanting to be a part of the growth of the city, but sometimes being a victim of that growth.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
We have a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, sir.
Your work ethic reflects my work ethic. So when you're out there knocking on doors for us, we're going to be out there knocking on doors to make sure we're bringing people out to these polls.
That's
All
right.
right.
Because if we want to see change in this city, then we have to put people in place who will change it.
That's right.
Right.
We can't sit this one out. I can't tell you how excited I am about the things that we can accomplish in the coming years. With the confidence that I've gotten from you, the confidence that I've gotten from Councilmember McDuffie, who has been a tremendous leader on the council,
Soldier.
there's a lot that we can accomplish. We have to remember that we're teammates, but first, we have to win this at-large election on November 4th.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, that's kind
And
of politician. We know.
the next individual that I'm going to bring up is no stranger. No stranger to politics and down there on the Hill, and a new fresh air.
Young man.
That's
A new
right.
fresh air.
All right.
Fresh air, and I like that.
Yes.
And I mean, his values and the strength that he's shown, and I watched him down at the city council, sitting in there myself, listening to him take on challenges that's taking place inside of there and fighting for the members in Ward 5 and the residents in Ward 5. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up brother and city councilman Kenyan McDuffie.
My, this is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I want to thank Brother Washington for that awesome introduction and all his leadership that he provided for District Council 20. I want to thank all the members of District Council 20 for this really great endorsement. But before I get into my formal remarks, how about another round of applause for Brother? Now you all see why I endorsed him some months ago, because his brother is hard at work. Andrew, you said something that's very important. You said that we should not judge people by what they promise. We should judge them by what they deliver.
That's right.
And I've known this guy to deliver for the last 5 years as a lawyer in Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton's office, and that's why I wanted to support him. I'm so pleased that you all have thrown your enormous support behind this guy, because I know one thing that you all do well, is get people elected.
Yes.
I think I know a thing or two about delivering as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you do.
Like Robert, I learned to deliver very early on. And I think many of you already know that I delivered both figuratively and literally as a postal carrier with the United States Postal Service for several years, where I was also a dues payer member of my union.
All right.
Those values that I learned in the Postal Service are the values that I learned very early on as a kid. As a child growing up right here in the District of Columbia, I'm a native Washingtonian, third generation, born and raised. I learned those values that you all share in my household with my mom, who was a public sector worker in the federal government, and my dad, who was a public sector worker with the Department of Public Works here in the District of Columbia, where he retired after many years of service, and was also a union leader while he was there. And so those values that were instilled in me at a very early age are those same values that I carry with me today, are the same values that I bring down to the council building every single day to go to work, and the same values that my wife and I are teaching to my 2 young girls. You all are the backbone to this government.
Amen.
Every day I go to work, I fight for you all, because I know that every day you go to work, you're fighting for me.
Thank you,
And you're
Council.
working for me. And it's only fair, and it's only right that every member who's elected to the City Council in District of Columbia continue to work for all our hard-working men and women throughout the District of Columbia, namely those folks who are with AFSCME District Council 20. So thank you all so much. I'm completely humbled by this endorsement once again. I will not let you down. I will continue to work hard every single day that I represent you all on the Council of the District of Columbia. It is my privilege to continue to do this work, and I'm hopeful with you all's help and support that I can be elected again to continue this hard work. Thank you all so much.
Yes.
With that said, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. And I want to echo this moving forward as well and say, go Nats.